All right, good evening, everyone. Chris Schultz here along with Gary Hoff, FridayNightVictors.com. We are coming to you. We have got our Week 3 picks. And how you doing tonight, Gary?
I'm doing great. Week 3's upon us.
It is.
So soon, so quickly.
There's some good games. We had some good games last week, and we got some good ones this week. Why don't we dive right into it?
Let's do it.
We've got Erie Mason 1-1 traveling to 2-0 Hillsdale.
Yeah, Hillsdale. Mark Lemeron, the coach at Hillsdale.
CC graduate?
They run the full house tee. Wasn't going to mention that, but okay, thank you, Chris. Run the full house tee. Mason struggled defensively. Their offense, they've kicked it up a notch from last year even. They're not going to have a whole lot of trouble scoring this year, Mason, but I just don't see them being able to stop Hillsdale in that full house team. I'm taking Hillsdale.
Yeah, I think Erie Mason probably isn't where they need to be yet to compete with a Hillsdale. It'll probably be a competitive game, but I think Hillsdale wins that game. Next up, 2-0 Whiteford is at 1-1 Summerfield. Thoughts here?
Yeah, Whiteford gave them their toughest game last year in their season of complete domination.
Well, Summerfield.
What did I say?
Yeah, you said Whiteford, but okay.
Summerfield gave Whiteford their toughest game last year. It was the second time they played them in the playoffs. They lost. I think Whiteford beat Summerfield by maybe 2 touchdowns or so. Well, for last year, that was close for Whiteford. But I'm never picking against Whiteford. They can play a D5 school champion. I'm not picking against Whiteford. It just doesn't matter.
I don't think you need to say anything else. I'm going to go with Whiteford as well. Next up, we got 1-1 Hudson traveling to surprising 2-0 Dundee.
How about those Vikings?
Yes, the Vikings.
Coach McElvaney's got those boys playing. They believe in themselves. This is a tough one. I don't even know who to pick here. This is kind of a coin flip to me. What do you think?
Well, I'm going to go with Dundee. At home, long trip for Hudson.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the Hudson we've grown accustomed to.
No.
Dundee's playing good football right now. I'm gonna take the home team.
They beat the snot out of Stockbridge last week by 50 points or so.
Jeez.
So they got things rolling in Dundee. You convinced me. Go Vikings.
All right, we got 2 picks for Dundee.
Yep.
Next up, 2-0 Ida at 2-0 Brooklyn Columbia Central. We were talking backstage. Go ahead. Let's see what you got here.
This is a coin flip. I should just stop picking against Ida. I'll say this: if Ida wins this game at BCC, I'm never picking. I don't care who they play. Just like Whiteford, I'm never picking against Ida again. However, I thought BCC they're supposed to be the class of the LCAA. It's at BCC, so I'm going Brooklyn Columbia.
Yeah, I think that's a solid pick.
Yeah.
However, I'm going to go with the Blue Streaks.
Yeah.
I just don't think you can bet against them.
I bet against them, and I've paid the price. So it could go either way.
Fair enough. Okay, next we have 1-1 Carlson traveling to Etzel Ford, who is 1-1, and they are new to the Downriver League. Thoughts on this game?
I think Carlson wins, and they put it at them pretty good. I don't think Etzel Ford's in the class of Carlson right now. I don't. They just score,
I agree with you.
Score 50 points and win.
I think they'll score 50. It just depends on how much they give up.
Yeah.
Next, we have 0-2 Bedford Kicking Mules traveling to 1-1 Pinckney. Thoughts on this game, Gary?
Tough game. Pinckney got beat pretty bad. I think it was it to Chelsea last week?
It was pretty convincing.
I think it was. Pinckney's improved their program considerably. Bedford at 0-2, we haven't been able to say that in a while, I don't think. Bedford's a little down if you go by last year's score, but I think they get their first victory of the year on the road against a pretty good Pinckney team.
Got it. I was going with the Kicking Mules
Well, you
as
should still go with them.
Well, I am. I'm going to go with Bedford.
Yeah.
I think they turned it over like 6 times last week against St. Francis.
Yeah,
you're not going to win many games doing that. So I'm going to go with Bedford as well. All right, next pick we have Jackson. I didn't write down their record here. I'm not sure why.
They're 2-0.
Yeah, they're 2-0. Okay.
They've had some convincing wins as well.
They're traveling to 2-0 Monroe. The Trojans.
Yes. The Trojans are where we thought they would be if they played well, and they've played well enough to get the victories. Jackson, I thought, would be kind of down this year, but going by their scores and who they've played a little bit, they're tough. This is going to be a tough game for Monroe, I think.
I think so.
But I'm going with the Trojans. They keep rolling at 3-0. They might win every game, as we've said.
I'm going with the Trojans as well. Next up, we have 2-0 Groseal traveling to 0-2 Jefferson.
Yeah, Grosio, I won't say they're a surprise team in the league. Everyone thought, you and I at least, that they would be improved this year.
Yeah, I picked them 6-3.
Yeah,
so
I think I might have been
start.
5-4, something like that. Yeah, so they are improved. I saw them last week against a pretty good Airport team, and the game was close, but Grosio pulled it out a little bit better. This played a little bit better. We'll just put it like that. Jefferson, well, they're struggling, so I'm going with the Red Devils.
I'll go with Grosio as well, and I don't think it'll be a close game.
Yeah.
Next, we have 1-1 Huron traveling over to 0-2 Airport. Did the Jets get their first win?
I say so. I think they do. They were there to beat Grosio at Grosio. Not easy to do. Here, Airport has tremendous athletes in the backfield. So Huron, they're starting out slow like we thought they would. You want to play them now. Yeah, Airport, I think Airport comes out of this one with a victory and gets to 1-2.
Okay. I think they're, believe it or not, I think there's two pretty talented teams here.
There's some talent.
Huron has some talent. I think Airport has talent as well.
Yep.
They're just not quite hitting their strides yet. I have to take Airport as well. I think Airport probably just has a better team at this point, and I think the Jets win that.
Yeah, they're
game.
too good. They're too good for 0-3. They gotta get this win.
Zach Carlton, I picked them 2 weeks in a row now.
That's right.
Okay, next up, 2-0. The Milan Big Reds are traveling to the Mighty Rams of Flat Rock, who are 1-1. Thoughts on this game? This will be a good game, I think.
This is a tough one. This is a real tough one. Milan in that thrilling victory against SMCC. They're kind of in the catbird seat in the Huron League right now. But boy, this is Flat Rock is waiting. I think they're waiting. They can't wait to get their claws into Milan. I'm going with Flat Rock in this one. I think they're solid. They're really a solid football team, and you make any mistakes and they can beat you. I'm going with the Rams.
And I think I said last week that I can't pick against Milan, and then I go with CC, and Milan burns me.
They got you.
I'm going with Milan,
Yep.
But I do think it'll be a good game.
And
I was impressed with Flat Rock last week.
And before anybody says it's not a hater pick, because Milan beat my Falcons last week. Milan's good. They're very good. They're going to win a lot of games. I just think Flat Rock's they're very fundamental and very solid.
Yeah, I would agree. All right, then last game of the weekend is the game that you and Jeff Grodi will be calling.
Yep.
It is 1-1 SMCC at 2-0 Riverview. This is our Gerwick Nissan game of the week. Give us your thoughts on this.
Man, I don't know. T versus T. The game's going to be over with in about an hour and 5 minutes. Chris loves the T, but wow, it's a coin flip for me. I think CC is going to come out of that Milan game a little bit pissed off. I think they're going to have a great week of practice. The week before it wasn't so good. I think they get Riverview. They surprise Riverview maybe a little bit and get the W in a very, very close contest. I'm going with the Falcons to get the.
You're going with the Falcons.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Riverview, and I think it's a toss-up game. But between the great double cheeseburgers they have at the concession stand and it being at Riverview, I am going to go with the Pirates. So that's our picks. If you're keeping track at home, we have Frank who does the picks with us online as well. Last week we were all 9-3.
We were, okay.
Which means Gary is now 19-6. Frank is 19-6, and I am one game back at 18-7.
It's tight.
So it's pretty tight, but I think our picks are better than last year.
Oh, way better.
So, anyways, any parting thoughts?
Great slate of games. Week 3 already. This is going to determine a lot. If Milan gets a 3-0 and the Falcons beat Riverview, Milan is definitely sitting pretty. But those two could easily flip. So
there's a lot of games to be played. I think the league is pretty balanced this year.
Balanced.
So someone's going to jump up and bite someone.
And don't forget about Grosio. Grosio sitting back like no one's talking about us. That's great. Don't talk about us. So a lot of talent, a lot of good games to come, especially this week.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it, folks. Be sure to subscribe to our Friday Night Victors YouTube channel, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.